Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Welcome to a very special edition of the Gentleman's Books Club. This is the 2K subscriber video, and this is because of each and every one of you. I really do thank you. I raise my glass to you. It's because of you we're here. Let's get on with the show. Let's get on with the video. So the first thing we want to be talking about here is the first video. This is the first video that we ever did. Look, I'm in black and white, but I'm still wearing sunglasses. This was on Simpsons Tap Tap. It was basically showing you how to farm donuts so you could play for free. Electronic Arts took this game away from us, but there is a snapshot of a title page of a video that you can actually find on this channel to play this game in 2025. Now, this channel has been through a lot of intros. The first one blew one of our very early subscribers' ears out, RS Matrix. You know, he mentioned that in the comments for one of the early videos. But we're going to play through these. I may stop a little bit and talk about them after each particular intro. But let's just celebrate. Let's celebrate the evolution of this channel, the evolution of videos on this channel, because you came to watch, so I carried on making them. So those first two videos were very, very similar. It's just the scream at the end of the first one was changed to some slightly different audio that you see here, but that made it a little bit more easier on the ears. And if I recall as well, the recording level for that audio was really loud on the original video. So yes, to anybody that was wearing headphones, their ears may have been bleeding by the time that was over. So a lot of those clips may have seen the same. There was a couple that swapped around. Sometimes I had a beard on the icon, other times I didn't have a beard on the icon. This was because I created 3 or 4 clips in one go, and I then basically just used them at random. So there was a period where we was chopping and changes as we were trying to find our identity. We were moving about video clips, we were moving about intros, that kind of thing. But we eventually did get ourselves a little bit stable. So this was the first real stable one that we had. It was inspired by Jackass. I was actually thinking of the opening for Jackass when I did it. And we went along with it. I went along with it. There are multiple coloured versions of that in terms of, you know, there was a purple, there was a blue, there was a red one. But fundamentally, they were all pretty much the same apart from the animations of the games changed. If you look closely at the titles that we do on the videos, things do chop and change very, very subtly as you have it. Even when we go through long periods of what looks the same, the games may be different on the background. But anyway, let's crack on and see what came next. So at this point we were introducing colour, so rather than just sort of a monotone type logo, colour was involved, and that music was a very special version of the intro that we used. I can't give the name out, he never wanted his name given out, but I thank you for that. You are a true gentleman. That was actually the tune being played on an organ. So yeah, there was a lot of fun had with that. The video that you saw as well, the clip that you saw, there is also versions of that with the non-organ version, and there's also a horror version as well where it's actually played in a slightly different tone. But no, those were some of the intros for the past, but we still evolved a little bit and we still moved on. So that version you've just seen, we were with that for a very, very long time. That was the colorized version that we had. But then again, it was time to actually ditch things and move on a little bit. Because if you stay the same, nothing changes. And we're looking to grow the channel. So the people that I've grown it with were already happy with what they were seeing here. So you're in a world where you actually want to make things just a little bit bigger, a little bit more expansive. And sometimes just a flipping of a title card style, a flipping of an intro, stuff like that will make people a little bit happier with. So this is what we're with currently now. So the one that you've just seen has got about 50 different versions. When it opens up and you get that animation, the animated background where all the little tiles come in, there's about 50 different ones of those. We don't do some of the later ones too often because I forget where we are. I go back to the beginning and I start again. I try and have never the same animation twice in a row, but that's where we are. But we need to talk about Desert Island Fruits. Desert Island Fruits was a site that I once owned and I gave it away. I gave it away twice. So I took it back and then I gave it away again. But no, this is where the first few members of this site came from. The first few members of the GPC. I posted there. They came. Thank you for that. New Wheels John. Well, New Wheels John, this is a story in its own. I collect Spectrum games. When I was about 18, 19, I sold my entire collection for 50 of your British pounds. I truly wish I didn't. It cost me a lot more to get that back. There's only one cassette that I haven't got that I recall from the entire collection that I own. In fact, perhaps two. There might be a Gilsoft Adventure that's missing as well. But the one that's jumping to my mind is Softrix Jet Set Willy Editor. But I doubt I will ever get that. But I'm not going to lose any sleep over this. But I'm just going to sit back and be a little bit quiet over this. So New Wheels John, it was a journey to get. Let me show you from one of the last unboxing nostalgia videos that we did, where you can see victory #winning. So welcome back to another episode, another segment of Unboxing Nostalgia. I think this is episode number 14. So a game I've been after for a good while. I saw it on eBay and I reached out to a seller saying, you know, will you sell me this game? Here is my offer. And he had a look on eBay and he came back with a comment saying, well, actually, you know, he can't find any others of it. And no, thank you for the generous offer, but no, not at all. So I was a little bit gutted for that, but hey ho, these things happen, and you can see the message on the screen here at the moment. But then I thought, let me send him a link to these unboxing nostalgia videos to show him that I'm a true collector. And I sent the link, and this little video clip is one of the ones that we played here. So let's just play this for 10 seconds or so you can see what I sent him and what he saw. New Wheels John, can you help me with that game? You never know, by the end of this video we might actually own that game, however unlikely it's going to be. So there you go, that was me bleating on about New Wheels John, and then he came back with this message, and I will put it on the screen for you now so you can read that at your own pace. But do you know what that means? Do you know what that means? It means that there was some more dialogue between me and him, and you know what? It means I have finally got this bloody game. 2 years of searching, 2 years of collecting. This eBay seller helped me out. Here is another message that we shared as well, and you know, he got a really good price for this. I truly believe he got a really good price for this. But you know what? It is my trophy. It is something I've been after for so long. And let's hide its address here. The contents of this package is gonna be New Wheels John. There you go. I've told you what it is before opening it. We are finally at the end of this long-hearted journey. It's just been so long. I'm beyond excited. So you know, we're tearing this open, and this is the game. This is the one that I've been waiting for, and here we go. It's in bubble wrap as well. Good Lord, look at this. It's really well packaged. I know exactly what this is going to be, and you know what? I cannot wait to get this open. I cannot wait to take the picture, to show you the picture of this and show you where we are. So yeah, this is absolutely fabulous. The seller that sold me this, you know, there was a bit of backwards and forth, but you know, honestly, you have no idea, you truly do not know how happy you've made me. And you made my bank balance happy as well, because for this particular game, New Wheels John from Automata, I have been seeking this out for a long time, and we finally made it. We finally made it. So let's just open this up, and here we are. So we've got New Wheels John on that side. We've got the music on the flip side. The cassette is just there. The inlay, the glorious inlay, is here in all its glory. It's the one Automata game. The one Automata game that I've been searching for so long is finally mine. And it's absolutely brilliant. You know, we've spent a fortune collecting games. I have been on eBay for like 2 years. 2 years looking for this, and I've now finally, got the bloody thing, and I don't want it anymore. No, seriously, I've now got it, and you know, I really could not be happier. It's pristine condition. You know, this gentleman, and he is a gentleman who helped me out, has truly looked after this, and you know what? Thank you so much. The collection is now complete. I no longer need to go on eBay. I no longer need to search for things that, you know, I don't need in my quest to get this. Yes, it was a price that I paid for this, but you know what? I regret 0 of your UK Earth pounds for this, because it was worth every moment to me, every bit to me, and to meet an eBay seller that is actually prepared to believe in a collector, support a collector. Yes, he was getting a good wedge for it, but you know what? That auction would have gone, and if I'd sniped it or something like that, I truly believe I would have been paying around about the same price. So, finally, I won. So we've done a few channel adverts over the years, and these have been on the back of Crash magazines and stuff like that. So, you know, we're just going to cycle through the 4 or so adverts we've done, so you can see how we've looked to promote the channel, how we've looked to share that the Gentleman's Pixel Club was here and did spend a bit of time on Earth. And you may be wondering, well, you know, why would you do this? You know, it's just part of the channel history. You know, I support Fusion Books and what he does. I think they're absolutely great, Fusion Retro Books. And, you know, doing the adverts was a bit of fun. You know, you can see here I've actually got a hoodie and a hat on that particular one. You know, that was an interesting one to be doing. But the next one, if I recall, is it this one? Yes, I didn't have much time to do this. I think I had to do that in about a couple of days. So, you know, that's a bit of a rushed one by me. And then we've got one more that we did, which is the one which talks about sunglasses. Wear your sunglasses with pride, and forever, for as long as a Crush Annual exists, as long as someone has a Fusion Retro book, you know, in years time this channel still technically exists, because it will be on the back there, and people may come to old legacy YouTube videos when I'm dead and buried to actually have a look and see what we did. So yeah, I enjoy doing all of those. I really do. But I want to talk about the odd videos. What are the odd videos? Well, we're going to start here. We're going to start with this one. This is Jesus on Ease. When I was starting off with the channel, I had no idea in some cases what to do. You know, you have a plan, you've got an idea, and all of this is learned. You know, I've got no video editing training or anything like that, and it's all been built up as time. You can see from the opening video where I was in black and white and squares, but still wearing sunglasses. You know, what are we going to do? So only 4 of these videos exist. These were basically demo videos that we did. I'm just going to play a little bit of this, and this was an experiment to see whether it would bring more people in right in the early days. Let me show you the kind of video that this ended up as. As I say, there's only 4. They're still there, I believe, and you can go and have a look for yourself. So the next video, this was a Fast 9 review. When you're looking to find your identity, you know, you will try different things. I only ever did one of these. and, you know, never, ever again. You know, it wasn't really for me. I didn't particularly enjoy doing that, but that video certainly still exists on the channel today. Let's play a little clip from that so you can see what I was whittering on about back in the day. It kicks off. How does it even kick off? I'm trying to remember how it kicks off. Yes, they receive an alert from Mr. Nobody. So, yeah, not much to say on that. Well, this one here, this is a little bit different as well. We tried these last year. There was only 2 of these videos. I might have unlisted these videos. I got a comment in one of them which was basically, this is why you don't have many subs. You know, I think somebody was a little bit bloody offended by doing it. And there was actually no cruelty meant in this. You know, think back to the old days of like Clive James on TV and stuff like that, where he would flick through and you do unusual videos, unusual channels and stuff like that. I was using the digital age TikTok in a very, very different format for doing this. Let me show you just a brief clip on one of these. As I don't think these 2 are listed on the channel anymore. The videos are not deleted, but I think they are set to unlisted. I thought it was a good idea. Other people thought differently. We never did them, bar these 2 videos. Think of when you've been in.
Thank you very much, Maya.
Oh, he's
Where
happy.
Where are you from, Maya? Tell me.
He likes Maya.
Where are you from?
Think of these as old TVs when you go into hotels and you're flicking through the channels and you've got channel after channel of things you don't know. Think of it when you're in an aeroplane and you've got nothing to watch. Well, let's just see what we have to watch here.
Maybe in the near future we'll have it, okay?
So there you go. You had adverts as well. What was this all about? Well, let me tell you a little story. Twice in the history of my life, I have missed out on buying the giant Lego Death Star. Now, I know there's a brand new one that's just about to come out, which is a little bit different. It's a slice of a Lego Death Star. But I did a spoof type video, and this is a heavily edited version of it. It'd be cool if you could go and watch it and, you know, say what you think here. But I basically built a Death Star from scratch, and I called it the Peace Moon. Let's go on a very edited journey of what we did here. A modular design that allows you to snap together many floors for easy storage, and you can also, if you wish, turn on the lights. A bar for local people to sing and dance, but if you're not local, you are also welcome like this little chap here. But do not get close to the merchandise, otherwise you will be sent down into the waste disposal unit. Yes, a waste disposal unit to get rid of trash the eco-friendly way. Will you survive the walls closing in on you to crush you to a pulp? Or will a friend open the door so you can escape? If you do escape, do not go back. You may find yourself being arrested. If you're arrested and you are taken to jail and there's no room, there's only one option. A restaurant where you can cook your own food. A restaurant where you can eat with a view of the gaping chasm. Watch as heroes run away from anti-heroes. Swing across the chasm to try and get to the power grid because you may want to turn off the lights. This is the command room on a mission to LL-918. These are the astronauts that are going, but you must close the door, otherwise everybody will die. Opening hatch to take you into space, and an extendable platform where you can land your spaceship. You can bring back aliens. You can, if you wish, put the aliens into the Peace Moon so that Paul, the scientist, may experiment, but if he loses them, be careful, you never know what they grow into. If you're hurt, a medical bay to make you better. A bedroom to sleep in, but no cousin stuff. The Space Police are here to protect you, and they will bring their own form of protection to the galaxy. If you disagree, this gun will help bring you into alignment. Guarding the entrance to stop unwanted travellers, this is the home of the Space Police. This is the Peace Moon. So there you go, the Peace Moon. Well, what is this? This was a MIG-Switch introduction. This video here, I actually did remove. I was following advice from people on Discord. We got a Discord channel. If you haven't joined, why have you not joined? And this was basically how to preserve your Switch collection. You know, sometimes as an owner of a channel, you do what you want to be doing and you can make mistakes. I thank the people that had signed up to Discord and said, you know what, you probably want to get that one removed. That was good advice. Thank you. Thank you for that. We will see a little bit of it though, just a very small bit. So essentially, let's open this up. And if you used to watch the unboxing nostalgia videos, these are my late mother's scissors. We've not used them for a while because we haven't done unboxing nostalgia for a long time. And she doesn't need them because unfortunately she is no longer alive, being my late mother. And she hasn't come back yet. And if she does come back, I will have more concerns about, you know, her coming back to life because, you know, she was cremated than actually her needing her scissors. So Lollipop, what is Lollipop? This is one of the only videos which I've been censored, I don't know if it's the right word, but restricted. YouTube, they didn't seem to like this one too much, and they basically put it on some kind of restricted list or something, and restricted access to it. It's a game. It was a very hard game, but it wasn't that hard. It did not deserve to be shown to the rest of the world. I think you can still view it on the channel, but somewhere, somehow, there is restrictions on this. I certainly got a warning back in time, which was nothing to do with copyright. It was due to viewership of this. Is that the wrong colour? That platform's a different colour. Maybe. I can't actually do anything. Oh, I can. Alright, okay. So this thing we're going to talk about is the award. When we hit 1k subs, thank you to each and every one of you that helped me get to that as well. My friend Gary, he did something which means more than any kind of official award you could get. As a friend that recognised the achievement of hitting 1,000 subscribers. And some of you might be thinking, haha, that's nothing. Well, think of this. I'm an old guy, no advertising in terms of YouTube advertising, really, no money injected from any sponsors or anything like that. Nobody paid to help to do this. All of this is done on my own while holding down a full-time job. A hobbyist channel, a non-monetized channel. You throw all of that into the mixing pot, into the will it blend pot, and everything is against you. But Gary did this for me. And here it is. It's actually on my wall at the moment. You can see a bit of a little reflection from outside coming in off the curtain there. But Gary, thank you so much for doing this. It means the absolute world. It really, really does. But we've spoken about the award. Let's speak about the game as well. My friend WLS, he also did a game for the channel off his own back, and holy hell, you know, it was beautiful to see. He knows that I love Rally X. Well, this is GPC Rally, and you know what? If I was a multi-millionaire, I would get these made with WLS's permission, of course, into official carts and give them out to members, to subscribers of this channel, just to say, you were here. So, you've seen the game. Let's talk about the real Rally X here. Before I started this channel, when I had a Mr. FPGA, I got a really good score. It took me so long to beat that score, Let's look at the video clip of when I did it. This was either on part 5 or 6 of very long videos trying to do this. And oh my God, you know, your hands were just dripping in sweat by the time this was over. Yes, I've done it. Oh, I've finally done it. I've broken the curse. Oh, and I crashed. Yes, yes, yes. I deserve that. I cannot tell you how happy I am to have finally made it. I have beaten New Rally X. I've got a new score to go for, 148,240, but hey, that doesn't need to be done for a long while. You know what? I'm so happy. I cannot believe that we did that on that run. I never ever thought I was going to do this. You know, it was getting so stressful, but yes, we finally beat it. And apologies for the swearing. It was a very stressful time. But all of you stay safe. God, I can't do my words. I'm so happy. All of you stay safe. All of you take care. And I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye. But it's not goodbye, because I'm here again. So let's talk about the future of this channel. This has been a celebration of 2,000 subscribers, 2,000 of you great people. Where we go from here, I don't know. I'm here for you. I appreciate your viewership. You know, I don't know what the future is going to bring or anything like that. I'll carry on doing what I do here. Hopefully this channel will carry on growing, and hopefully we will carry on having fun. But from the bottom of my heart, I raise the Gentleman's Pixel Club glass to you. It's because of you we do what we do. I thank each and every one of you. All of you stay safe. All of you take care. And thank you for helping me hit my goals. I'll see you soon. Goodbye.
Gentlemen, P is for Pixel, C is for Club. At the Gentleman's Pixel Club, we play old school games, no need to rule. With sunglasses on, we dive into retro fun. Masters of nostalgia, our joy never gets undone. G is for Gentlemen, P is for Pixel, C is for Club. The GPC brings us together every single video. Subscribe now and join the club, let's have some fun. Gentlemen of gaming, you know ladies, welcome to Pixelated Fun. Remember when we had Commodore and Atari too? Those were the days, we loved them like a brother and you. From Pac-Man to Space Invaders, we played all night long. Gentleman's Pixel Club reminds us of those times when life was just right. G is for Gentlemen, P is for Pixel, C is for Club. The GPC brings us together every single video. Subscribe now and join the club, let's have some fun. Gentlemen of gaming and the ladies too. Retro fun never done. Through the years, the games may change, but the spirit stays the same. Gentlemen's Pixel Club is where we gather our hearts in a gang. Sunglasses on, we're ready to play. Gentlemen's Pixel Club, the ultimate gaming channel, always in play.